Okay, in this session we will try to see how to model a surrounding. We will see through an exercise how to model not through models but through pictures. And this example will show us how to do that. So in steps we will see how to model this surrounding for the area in front of your beginning, and how to make a 360-degree panorama and then apply a sky so we could walk around. So we will not just produce an image but also some kind of a movement around our project, because until now we have been using images to see the project, but now much more animation. So we start by importing the image for the site, and we import it as an image and we place it somewhere, and then we have to scale it because didn't come with a scale. And in order to do this, we look on the top view and we use the tape measure tool in order to get the scale. And I measure an object, which is in my case a car, and if I measure it, it will be around 0.1, which is not correct. So I just type a new measurement, which is 4 meters, and now it is to scale. So I zoom out and go and produce perspective, and then I have the image as to scale, relatively to scale. So and then I start making a circle. This will produce the basis for our images that we will use later. I move it around. I see that my cylinder is a bit not smooth. I need to go to the entities, and then the border. I could increase the number of segments. Here it says 24, and I need a smooth border for the cylinder, and instead I type, for example, 96, and it will look much more smoother. So and then I push it up into 3D, and then I have a cylinder. The next step would be then to divide this and because I need only 1/4 of it, and then I draw a line and just try to half it, and then once again from the center, and I go perpendicular to the other side, and then I take push the other parts away, this part and that part, and I delete things that I don't want. So this I don't need, this as well, and all these borderlines. So I have my curve, and this will form together as this kind of enclosure. So if I go back and see, this is the first one, and I need to make 4 out of it. So I just make a copy out of it and I place it somewhere so I could work with it afterwards, and then I can collect it again and make a cylinder out of it. When I have this ready, I go to the first one, and in a way I reverse the faces, because this is the gray one, I make it the white one. It is much better to work with. And then I will make some kind of a face facing this curved face in order to bring an image over it. So I make it in this way and make it exactly facing it, and I delete these lines, and I need now to bring the image. But now maybe I should copy it as well there, because I want to work on the 4 curved faces. So I make copy all over, and I make myself ready. And the image that I'm going to use here, they are what is called PNG images, where you could take the sky here and save it as a PNG. The nice thing about using a PNG is that when it comes to SketchUp, it will look like transparent as it's shown here. So when we collect it together, it doesn't show the background image. So I import it, and I've found the PNG format here, and then I collect the panorama image number 1, and then I place it there. I go to the and take the face that I made away, and I done this in order to get the image exactly there without any rotation, or I explode it and then I project it with the paint bucket tool to the surface. So I use the Alt key, select the image and project it over the curved surface there. And you see here I could even move the border up the edge in order to make sure that nothing is missing from the picture, and then I could delete the original image. So I could do the same for the rest of the curved faces, and then it is now a process of collecting it together in order to make this kind of cylinder again. So I go to the first one and I move it to that, and then I try to rotate it with 90 degrees, and then it is almost there. And also I go and find the third one, and also I could rotate that, move it and then rotate it so it will match with the other two, and at 100 degrees, and then I move it also to the edge there, so there is one more left, and I go here and also rotate this so it will match the other three, and I type 270 degrees, and then I move it, and then what I will see then, yes, there, and now we'll notice that it is a complete cylinder. We'll use and I make it as a group, and then I move it over the aerial photo, and now it's a process of very delicate work on scaling and moving and rotating the cylinder in order to match the aerial photo. See that the ear beginning is there on the aerial photo, and so I have to match it on the photo of the cylinder, and maybe I need to scale it a bit as well, and so I need to do this work and make sure that things are looking okay, and then maybe I could bring it down so I could have this kind of matching between the aerial photo and maybe a little bit of scaling, and then I use just to test it. I go to the position camera and I place myself somewhere, and I could look around and see if this looks okay. I could see some line there which I could just go and use the edge style and then the option display edges, and here what I could see that there is no edges, but some problems there are still visible. I go inside my group and try to lower this border a bit down, so I have nothing, and then I could go again to view and display edges, and then I uncheck the display edges so I don't see any edges around. So this is the first step, and I could make a scene out of it, so just I could see it again, and that's it.